Bueno, 5, menudas 5 empresas que de aquí a unos años las vemos a futuros unicornios, ¿no? And talking about unicorns, no? 2021 was the year of the unicorns. They were all over the news, no? These companies, no? Is there anybody in the audience who doesn't know what a unicorn is? No. Well, those are these companies that have value around more than 1 billion valuation. But also, no, in Spain, in terms of investment, also 2021 was a record, no, in terms of investment. This is showing how the ecosystem is more mature, the entrepreneurs are more mature, and also these companies, no, these companies and their inspiring founders are also helping to attract talent, no, to raise funds, and also inspiring other entrepreneurs like the 5 companies, no, that we saw here today. 5 empresas que hemos tenido hoy y vamos a hablar, ¿no, en esta mesa redonda de cómo lanzar y escalar empresas tanto en Europa, con algunos casos que son de Israel y de España. So we're going to have an example of 4 companies today. You will see that 2 of them, they were here before because they were previous former winners of Entrepreneur 21 Awards, and the other 2, they're coming from Israel. Israel, that you know, this is the startup nation, no? And we will know a bit more with all 4 of them. And I'm going to welcome and I'm going to introduce all of our 4 speakers today. So I will want to welcome on the stage, and please a warm round of applause while I'm calling them. Raul Insa, CEO of SOM Biotech. Welcome, Raul. Koby Maluk, co-founder, Head of Business Development in Spectalix. Royi Cohen, CEO and founder of Puresight. And Laura Soucek, CEO of Pectomic. She was getting her microphone. Hey, big round of applause. So, there, yeah. Wait, okay, I will be sitting here. Okay. Thank you. Well, first of all, thank all of you. No, thank of the 4 of you to join us here today. So, as I was explaining, no, we have 2 former winners of Entrepreneur 21 Awards. Laura Soucek, she's the CEO of Pectomic, that is a biological science. Well, she studied biological science in La Sapienza in Rome, and well, she studied then also has a PhD in genetic and molecular biology. She's the founder of Pectomic, and she will explain a bit more on the project. They were the winners in 2017 here in Cataluña and also in health. Raul Insa is the CEO of SOM Biotech. They were also winners of Entrepreneur 21 Awards. That was back in 2013, a bit earlier. And what they do also in the health spectrum, SOM Biotech is focusing repurposing drugs in orphan indications by using artificial intelligence. He will explain a bit later better for the people. And then we are moving to other type of country, to other country, and also other type of companies. We have Royi Cohen, CEO of Puresight, that very interesting in nowadays, no, that we have online, and our kids are also online, so they produce, no, and they create safety solutions, no, for the child being in the internet. And last but not least, we also have Koby Maluk from Spectalix, which is an AI Israel-based startup in the field of video for mobile devices. So welcome all 4 of you. And yeah, just a small, because I can introduce you, but I think that it's best that to talk about your company, you have like your introduction yourself. So Laura, please.
Yes, good morning, everybody. So as Vanessa said, I'm co-founder and chief executive officer of Pectomic. Pectomic is a biotech company, a spin-off of the Vall d'Hebron Institute of Oncology here in Barcelona. And we develop new drugs based on mini proteins for the treatment of cancer patients. And we are very excited because we now have our first product in clinical trials.
Raul.
Yes, my name is Raul. I am the founder of SOM Biotech. SOM Biotech is a company focused in repurposing drugs, which means giving another life to drugs that already exist, mainly for orphan indications. Okay, we are based in Barcelona, but we have people in France, in Switzerland, so we are growing quite a lot. We have a pipeline with 5 products in the clinics and 5 in preclinical. So thank you very much, and congratulations to the companies that have presented to this interesting prize, also to the finalists. Thanks.
Royi?
Hi, so my name is Royi Cohen. I am the founder and CEO of Puresight. We in Puresight provide online child safety solution to provide tools for parents to be able to protect their kids while they are in online. We are see that today parents has the new challenges that deals with how to protect, how to guide their kids while they are online. And this is what we are providing to do. And we are working worldwide, protecting today millions of kids all over the world. And this is what we are planning to continue to do.
Koby,
Hi,
last
everyone.
but not least.
Yeah, I'm Koby. I'm the co-founder and head of business development in Spectalix. What we have developed is it's a white label user-generated content platform that can be put or integrated into other content applications. So if you're a broadcaster or a sports team or any organization that has a B2C application with content, so instead of bringing all the user generation and user engagement activity to the big social networks like TikTok and Instagram voluntarily and for free, we're saying put the user-generated content and activity into your app and enjoy the monetization. And we do that with a very interesting technology that we put users in content of the producer or the broadcaster, and that's how you can play with Messi, sing a song with a very famous songer, and so on. So that's really
Being the main character, no, of your
that's
movie.
what life is all about.
Good. Royi and Koby, we're listening, no, a lot about the startup nation, no, and when you talk about startup nation, it comes to mind, no, Israel. But what is really the startup nation, no, and why has Israel become so successful, no, in creating unicorns and entrepreneurs?
So I will start maybe. So the formal answer will be, we are a small country without a real nature resource, and the only resource we have is our mind. So we need to produce product on that. But I will say that, there is another demonstration in how our people are thinking. Everybody familiar with the mask that we require to wear, and a few minutes after you start feeling the pressure on your ears. And if I were from another country, maybe I will bring some kinds of a standard solution to this problem. But being me an Israeli, I took a paper tab, fix it, and put it in order to remove the pressure from my ears. And this is an example, because if you will visit the Israeli provision, you will see and look at the people there, you will see another 6 different solutions for these kinds of problem. And this is maybe demonstrate how our people are thinking. All the time, find a solution to the challenges that we are facing, and all the time thinking what is the best and how we improve. And I believe this is...
Being creative, ¿no? O sea, ser creativo, ¿no? En el momento,
Exactly.
en cómo atacar los problemas.
And
y buscar
Koby has a
soluciones.
different solution.
I put
So
another
what
mask
would be your
here.
Yeah.
double mask, no?
But Startup Nation, there are books that were written about it, and goes 3,000 years before, like when the Jews started, and they limited themselves with so many rules. And actually, while Moderna came, we started to think about how can we bypass the rules that we enforced on ourselves. I think that's the beginning of the essence of the Startup Nation. And I think we should also touch the another important subject or reason is that Israel is actually not just the startup nation in terms that we have so many startups. It's actually a nation that was founded like a startup. There was a guy that decided around 120 years ago that we should bring all the Jews back to a place that we were there around 2,000 years ago. And that's like being a founder and an entrepreneur. And
Taking the risks.
and taking a big risk, I would say. And we're still having those risks so I think that it came, when you say DNA, it's not biological, but you have a history, so rich history of trying to improvise and think about ideas of how to create stuff and how to maybe also avoid troubles and prosecutions that the Jewish people had. Of course, I don't want to be too heavy, but I'm saying it's just it gets into your blood, and then you start to think maybe a little bit more creatively.
I think it's very similar, no, to what you were saying, no, entrepreneur versus corporates, no, like big countries, no, they have the legacy, no, as the corporates have, no, but in Israel you don't have it, no, and muy interesante, thank you. Raul and Laura, no, you were part of a program like this, no, for Entrepreneur 21, but beyond Entrepreneur 21 or in the scope of Entrepreneur 21, what can these kind of programs, no, do to also help to boost the ecosystem and help entrepreneurs? Or what was your experience, no, when you were here, no, in the?
You got it first, so go ahead.
Okay, I will do it first. We got this prize around 9 years ago, so quite a long time ago, and it was a very good and nice prize. I didn't expect it. Okay, I was just sitting in the audience waiting. And it's very good prize because it gives you visibility, it gives you notoriety on the press releases, on the people, on the investors. But not only that, the economics is the minimum. It helps a little bit, but not so much. But the most important thing is the possibility to relate with the external world. Okay, I chose to go to Israel at that time, not to Silicon Valley. Okay, and I had the opportunity to meet not only startups, but also investors and also government companies or firms or entities that helped investors in Israel and the way they did it, which is very different to the way we do it in our country. Okay, and it was really very helpful indeed for us.
Okay, getting inspiration, no? Inspirarse de fuera.
To look and think globally and not only locally.
Yeah. Okay. Think big, no?
Think big, yeah.
Laura?
Well, for me, it's one of the best memories, I think. So I'm a scientist, and going into business was really a challenge at the beginning. And for example, this award gave me the opportunity to attend classes at the Judge Business School in Cambridge, for example. And then later on to participate in the Moonshot Thinking for Entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley. So I learned about business, and then I learned about thinking exponential, and this thing of not wanting to be incremental, simply linearly incremental, but being exponential, thinking of breakthrough all the time, not being happy with just small changes, but only with breakthrough ideas. And I thought that it was a fantastic experience. It was like being at this type of conference every single day and 24 hours per day. Also, I was surrounded by a lot of brilliant peers. You guys that are participating this year, you probably met brilliant people. And that was my opportunity to spend time with these brilliant people and learn from all of them. Everybody had a different experience to share. And they are a network in which I'm still in several years later. We have a WhatsApp group.
Now we have the alumni, no?
Exactly.
And like in this,
we are still in touch. We share our experiences. That means also errors, mistakes, but also things that can help the others. We come all from different backgrounds and from different experiences. But I think really that was the beginning of the journey.
With the mindset, no, that I am an entrepreneur. I'm in a very similar stage, no. So you are, even though you are in a very, very different sectors, no, and projects, you share many things, no. That you are going through the same process of hiring, no, looking for the product market fit, no.
The scale up, all these kind of challenges, absolutely.
Okay, and Koby.
Yeah.
We had one of the pitches that was about the metaverse, no, and now it's metaverse is everywhere. You were talking also on entertainment, but what is different, no, that your company do compared to what is being in the meta world? Is that comparable? Not? Can you explain a bit more?
So I think that metaverse is going mostly to a really virtual reality where you can really experience a different life, being yourself, but still experiencing a different life. We are more of trying to keep it under the entertainment world. So we have keep it under entertainment, or in Kiao. No, it doesn't work. Anyway, the idea is that that I actually think that when you look at metaverse and where they are going, I think it's a little bit, in a way, even a bit dangerous, because you always need to see what can you gain from the virtual world and still, be yourself and be connected to reality. And we also metrics, and we saw what can happen if you take it too many steps forward. So we are much more down to earth. We're still running only on smartphones, and we're just trying to make people a little bit more, entertained from being in a clip together with a famous actor or a famous player, or just being in an upgraded environment. But the idea at the end is just to entertain myself and entertain maybe my friends, that I can send them those clips. And of course, creating also a value proposition, a new value for our customers, which are the broadcasters and the sports teams, all the content application owners that can then benefit from this activity instead of just pushing it to giving it again voluntarily to the big social networks.
Thank you. And Royi, many of the companies, when they reach, when they start their startup, they think about the exit, we want to sell, and we want to go through this process. Actually, within Puresight, you were founded in 1998, but then it was sold 2005, 2004.
2005. Yeah.
And then, you are still here as CEO of the company. So can you explain the process, and also if any of the others have shared this experience of selling companies? How can you explain a bit about the process?
Yeah. So back in 1998, I was just finishing the Technion, the university, and where we developed some project that will provide a very unique technology that was based on AI. It was 1998. Now everybody talk about AI, but we develop an engine that is capable to classify the content of the web pages. And then the implementation was providing solution for enterprise to filter the content in the organization. So back then I was 26 old, young man, and was founding a company that the focus was enterprise, and we managed in 2005 to sell it to an American company. That it was one achievement. And I was continuing working on the company at around 2 years and starting looking for other opportunities. But then this company was bought by an Indian company that wanted to enter the US market and did not know what to do with the Israel subsidiary of us. And in this time, I thought about that this is an opportunity for me to take back the ownership of Puresight. And by doing that, then I was 31, 32. I have already been a young dad. And this gave me, I believe that the change in me was one of the cause of the change that we made in Puresight. Shifting our goal is for online child safety solution. And the progress that I did personally affect the company also. And from that point, it's like a new company that we founded and did
and the entrepreneurs, and the founders also grow, with the company, and they change,
and
they transform.
And also our employee, when we started, we were the same age. After almost 8 years, after 10 years after, we all have families with kids. So, and this is something else that, we have a cause that beyond the business, we have a value that we are doing a good thing for the community, the world. And I believe that when you have this in your career, it will help you continue for the long run that we have with Puresight.
Raul, I was before reading, that you are actually now doing some kind of collaboration or business also with Israel.
Yeah.
Can you explain a bit, how? What's now a bit the scope of that? And
Yes, for sure. And that's why I think Israel is here, or you representing Israel is here, It's because you are usually very active and proactive in getting business for your small country, small in terms of the size of the country. Okay, we have a product which is in phase 2 for the treatment of Huntington disease, phase 2B. And one Israel company, Megafarm, has been the first one showing interest in commercializing their product in Israel and Palestine, okay, in a very early stage, because it's not even in phase 3, it's not even approved. But they want the rights to have it to commercialize when it is approved in Europe, okay? So they come very early in the process because they are very proactive, okay? Other people, other companies from all over the world, okay, they will probably prefer to wait until phase 3 when you have the risk that asset, you know? And this is one of the things I like from many Israeli companies.
Okay, challenging, no, as well, no, it's los retos. Well, we have the title of the panel, no, of launching and scaling business, no, that comes with a lot of challenges. And before launching, like a last question for all of you about those challenges, I also want to congratulate, no, and Laura, because you recently were also in the news, no, that you made one step, no, you see that the journey of the entrepreneur is to get to the next milestone, no? And you recently also got a next milestone, no, in your fight against cancer. So I don't know if you can also explain, no? And I will send the first question to you, no? Like on scaling, no, on launching and those challenges that you faced. How was, no, this feeling of reaching this next milestone? Explain a bit more on that.
Of course, for us, getting to the clinic was celebration. I've been working as a scientist on this project for more than 20 years. And so you see your dream coming true the moment that finally makes a difference for patients, of course. And so in 2021, finally, our first product got to the patients for the treatment of multiple types of cancer. At the moment, it's being tested for safety, but soon we will start the phase 2 clinical trial to test its efficacy. And every single day is an exciting day because we're waiting for news from the clinic and what is happening to the patients. On the other side, the company has grown. We founded the company, Maria Bolio, my colleague, and me. So we were just 2 people. Of course, now the company includes a chief financial officer, a chief medical officer, a lot of project managers. So you have to grow personally together with your company, and you have to grow your team in order to complement each other's expertises. So one thing that was very useful, for example, it was to confront myself with other people that had done it before me to see what kind of profiles were really missing in our company. So that was one of the things that I had to learn very quickly. What was missing? Because, of course, coming from a lab, I had no experience regarding that. And I didn't know what I needed. That's why I was saying that having a network of peers is so important, because you learn from other people.
So for you would be like the network, not the talent. Raul, Royi, and Koby, briefly, what were the challenges, no, that you would highlight in scaling your businesses?
So for me was, and I believe that the success of a company is the team, the people that we work with you. And it's important for you to invest a lot in finding the right person, the right people that you would like to work with them on a daily basis, and that they are really have the talent to help the success in your company. In addition, for me, I learn how to provide them the environment that they will be able to really do some goods for the company, because
to be able to contribute, no?
Exactly, to allow them to contribute, to allow them to say whatever they think about any aspects of the company, even if it's not what I'm saying. I very encourage them to have the discussion, because at the end, the success of the company is the people that you are bringing to the company, and this is the only way, from my perspective, to have a success here.
So talent, and Raul and Koby?
And very short, I would just say that I think the big challenge with our market, that there are so many different products out there that sometimes doing something similar to what you do, 90%, 40%. The challenge was to actually start tweaking the product specific and find the right problem that we're trying to address. Because it never happens that where you already know what is the problem and you going immediately, at least not in the media industry. Maybe in the drug industry, it's a little bit more easy to understand what you want to do. In the media industry, you have to be ready to make the tweaks, make the pivots. It doesn't have to be 180% 100 degree, but it has to be a small tweaks to enter the right path for your success. And it's a challenge not to get locked on a specific idea and to understand that you have to a little bit go down and understand, no, I need to go this way and now this way, and now we found it.
I don't know if there's anything else to add, Raul,
Yes,
before Elena kicks us out.
I would just take the opportunity to mention that one of the main challenges that the company faces, and also for Laura too, is funding. And financing.
I was going to ask you, no one is talking about funding.
No, it's easy. It's easy.
They never say it, but Israel is one of the countries that has more rich and has a lot of money. Investors, okay? That doesn't mean that it's easy that they get invested, okay? But
the competition is much higher because
the competition is much higher, but they think very big. They're listed in NASDAQ directly, Israel to NASDAQ. So that's another type of paradigm. So companies have to make a lot of effort to fund their assets in the biopharmaceutical sector. That's very clear. But I will just like to push private and public companies. We have Enisa and we have Caixa. So those are very good examples of entities that are pushing entrepreneurs, okay, to build vehicles, to build ways to fund companies and share the risk. Because, in Israel, if a company is successful, the government or the public entities do have equity on the company and they make a good return. Here, no, you just repay the loan and that's it, which is fine, but probably not enough.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias a ellos, ¿no? Ya lo habéis oído. Talento, dinero, inversores, que también, ¿no? el apoyo del ecosistema y nada. Muchas gracias a los cuatro por acompañarnos.